we met her this August, our friendship has blossomed into something much more than an acquaintanceship. I remember when you pulled into Halford on moving day with your parents. I turned to the people around me and boldly told them I'd make sure we'd be best friends. It was partially a joke at the time, but I knew it was true. I mean, I suppose if you set your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. I'd also like to think I'm pretty skilled at geography, but until I met Kiera, if you told me to point out Newfoundland on a map, I'd ask if you were talking about the dog breed. Kiera's bright and humorous attitude is contagious, constantly bringing smiles to every room she walks in. Her unwavering optimism is something I think everyone should take away from knowing Kiera. Please help me welcome, all the way from Newfoundland, Kiera Heath.
People talk about the word home, but what is it really? Whenever we think of home, we mostly think of the home we live in, a physical place where we belong, a place where we feel safe. I want to tell you the place where I grew up, about my home. I'm from Newfoundland, Labrador, Canada, a pretty big but rural island. I live in a small town of 2,500 people, so it's always been a quiet life, a slow life, especially as an only child. But hockey and my friends kept me busy. Before we were able to drive, we would get dropped off in the summers at a Tim Hortons 5 minutes from my house and spend the entire day either there, riding bikes on the boardwalk, or walking on a stony beach. Now that we all have our licenses, we drive up to St. John's to get away from our small town, find different coffee places, and go on hikes we've never hiked before. My family and I are very close to the families and neighbors on our street. We get together for holidays, especially Christmas and birthdays, and regularly play games of poker at each other's houses on the weekends. This is where I'm from. This is home. Last summer, when I found out about Hebron Academy and its hockey program, an opportunity I never expected, I could hardly imagine myself leaving Newfoundland and living in our country. But I love hockey so much that I could not pass up the opportunity. On that, I would never get in Newfoundland. With all the feelings of excitement and nervousness about leaving, I soon realized that I'd be leaving my home, the place I've been my entire life. I wasn't going to be in the house I'd always lived in. I wasn't going to see my family and friends every day. I wasn't going to drive past or see my neighbors. I wasn't going to play hockey with the same girls I've been for years, and I wouldn't graduate from the school I've been attending. Everything was going to be different. I was scared that I was going to get homesick, that I might want to come back home, that I wouldn't like the change, that I'd have a difficult time making friends, that I would feel lonely. I was afraid, fearful that I'd miss home. But that fear was proven wrong, because though I was leaving home, I was on my way to a new one. My concept of home had changed since I've been here at Hebron. The people I now call friends made a transition at the start of the year easy for me, and because of them, I will not only remember and appreciate the hockey experience, but everything about my senior year here. I've gotten to experience so much with them, and it's opened my eyes to a new understanding of home. I'll forever remember walking to class with the same people every day, the closeness I had with the girls on my hockey team, going for walks in the evenings with my friends, and even though union duty isn't Tessa's favorite thing, I still have fun being in each other's presence for our next 3 hours. I've always heard people say, home isn't a place, it is a feeling. But I never understood it until now. Being away from home, away from Newfoundland, yet feeling here at Hebron that I am home, makes me think that they're right. Home isn't a place, home is a people, a place.